I mean, I feel like I could write a book about everything that I've experienced and went through. It's different phases, you know, disbelief, shock, disappointment, doubt, all those things initially, because you never expect that it's gonna happen to you. And then you go through the emotions of like life. Like I couldn't walk up steps. I had to live with my mom. I needed help with everything. So being a man and being so independent, and then the next day, you know, I got a shower seat, I got a scooter, you know, you just need help with everything. And it's kind of like, you know, one day I felt like Superman, and then the next day I felt like the smallest man on earth.
When you win and you like, it all makes sense. It's like, man, I had to go through that in order to get to where I'm at now and appreciate it on a different level. Like, I know what it felt like to lose. So now I appreciate winning a championship on a whole nother level.
I used to always have this saying that everything's gonna work out because it has to. And that's just how I would always approach life, moments, situations. Even from when I was a kid, I just always believed things were gonna work out for no other reason than just it has to. You know, I never wanted to miss game. I never missed a playoff game. I didn't do load management. Like I led the league in minutes since I came into the league. So it just didn't feel fair that, you know, that happened to me. So early as I can remember, I was 4 years old. I knew I wanted to be in the NBA, and I worked towards that goal for 14, 15 years. And to hear your name called with your mom and your family being there, it's like the weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders. It was the ultimate, like, we did it, we accomplished it. And it's been great ever since. And I think just kind of like positive thinking going into whatever you're doing, it really does help. And I've been challenged with that, obviously, with my most recent circumstance of being injured, and I really had to challenge myself with telling myself every day that it's gonna be okay because it has to. I remember like saying, I can't do this. And I remember my mom like wiping my face and was like, yo, like, don't ever say you can't do something. Like your whole life, you've done everything you said, you know, you set out to do. I'm gonna be here with you like I've always been. Like we gonna figure this shit out together.
And even more than just like giving back money, it's like I always want to give back my time. Just because I want the kids to see, like, I want them to be able to see me and talk to me and touch me. Like, yo, I grew up at this park. Right. I played at this rec center. I'm from here and I'm doing what I set out to do. And not that you gotta be an NBA player or whatever. Like, whatever you wanna do, just know it's possible.
Mm-hmm. My earliest memory, so I might've been 5, but I remember waking up on Saturday mornings and playing at the YMCA. I remember telling my mom, like, I want to be an NBA player. I want to go to college for 1 year. I want to be a McDonald's All-American. I want to get drafted #1. I want to be on the cover of 2K. I want to have my own shoe. I used to, like, I really believed all those things. The day I had surgery, I remember, like, I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think that I could go through rehab. And it was the first time I ever like doubted myself. And it was tough to like admit that because, you know, ever since I've been a kid, I always believed I was gonna be exactly who I am. So, you know, I'm proud that I even got to this point of the journey. I want to do all the things. I wanna be the face. I want to be on the cover of 2K one day. I want to be on commercials and cereal boxes and chips and all those things. And so really, you know, it's a testament to my agent and my marketing team and, you know, the work that I've been able to do on the court to make those things come true. I've came a long way.
Okay.
It's been a long journey. Mentally, it's been the toughest part. Obviously, there were some physical hurdles early on. But I can honestly say, you know, 47 weeks yesterday, that I'm proud of, you know, how far I've came. I sacrificed. I gotta go shoot commercials. I gotta train. I gotta go to practice, even when I don't want to. Like, we didn't just like, money just don't grow on trees. Like you know, it comes from somewhere. You know, regardless of what we have, like, always be thankful. Like it can go at any second. Like, and it doesn't make us better
than anybody else. It was always like, I always knew what I wanted to do, and it was like, it didn't even fathom my mind that it wasn't gonna happen. And not even trying to be like arrogant, I just was like obsessed with like, no, I wanna be the guys, I wanna be Kobe, I wanna be Melo, like these are the guys I'm watching, I wanna do exactly what they did. And I believed it, like I knew that I could make it happen.
I think we all have a story, and you know, as much as we would like our story to be smooth sailing and straight, it's not like that. What I've learned is we all go through adversity. We don't get to choose the adversity that we go through, but we do get to choose how we respond to it. And you know, I'm not the only person that's ever been injured or went through a tough time. I obviously understand the platform and that I have, and you know, being on a stage like the NBA and being, you know, who I am, the visibility of what I went through. I just hope that, you know, people will remember that he was a fighter, and you know, what he did was inspirational, not only to athletes, but hopefully people around the world that just show up. Half the battle is showing up every day, and you know, if I showed up every day to rehab, you know, I could get through the rest of it. I think, man, sitting in that doctor's office and seeing a doctor put the MRI scan and seeing that, you know, line through my tendon, I just remember sitting there and I broke down crying, and I remember just like, I remember saying like, man, I can't do this. And cause I just knew how hard it was gonna be. I knew like, you work your whole life to get, I felt like this was the best version of Jayson Tatum that's ever been. And now it's like, damn, I gotta start over. Man, I wanna continue to keep getting better. As a kid, I was very motivated, right? I set a bunch of goals for myself. And I've been blessed in real time to slowly be able to check off certain boxes that I wanted to accomplish. I wanna win MVP one day. I wanna win more championships. I wanna be finals MVP. Those are at the top of the list of the things I still wanna accomplish. And at a very young age, like I used to tell my mom, I wanna make it, I wanna be the best basketball player in the world, and I wanna give back. I want people from St. Louis to be proud of where they're from. I wanna come back and help change my community, and more importantly, I wanna inspire the next generation. I was done with basketball when I got hurt. Like, I felt like betrayed, in a sense, like I felt betrayed by the game. Like, I was never one of those guys that like, I never cheated the game. I never took it for granted. I used to wake up at 5:30 in the morning when I was in high school and work out like before school. Like, I felt that growing up in St. Louis and single parent household, like I felt like I was behind already. Like I didn't come from a New York or a Florida or a California. Like, so I felt I already was behind other players like around the country. So I did everything possible to like maximize my God-given ability. I sound like a broken record, but it's like, man, it's a dream come true. I remember when I got the phone call from Jordan Brand that I was getting my own signature shoe. It's just like, I always revert back to the moments when I was a kid of like, man, having a conversation with my mom, like one day I'm gonna win a championship. One day, like, we're gonna go to Foot Locker and kids gonna wanna buy my shoe. And that's what like keeps me going. Like, I remember those moments as a kid. It's why I never take things for granted. That's why I wanna come back and show you guys that whatever you wanna do, whatever you wanna accomplish in life, for one, that I wanna help give back time and resources, and that it's possible, that somebody from St. Louis that looks like you, that grew up in this environment, was able to do it. And hopefully that me as a positive role model gives you the courage to dream big and dream bigger than, you know, where we came from. It was always important to me growing up in St. Louis of like, man, I want this place to be better than where I grew up at, right? Growing up in St. Louis, it wasn't a lot of positive influence and role models. And, you know, I feel like a lot of kids surrendered to that of like, this is where we grew up, we never gonna make it out of it. So I always was like, man, I'm gonna make it out, and when I do, I'm gonna make sure that I always give back and I can help change people's lives I've been there when we didn't have no heat, when the lights was cut off, and I go to wash my hands and the water not coming out the faucet, and seeing my mom like break down and you know, juggling, trying to raise me, go to school, put food on the table. Like, we did it all. And you know, as when I was younger, I always told myself, like, you know, it's my dream to be in the NBA, but I can't wait to take care of my mom. Like, I understand all that she's going through. And for me, it's like, man, this is what I'm doing it for. Like, I'm busting my butt every day to be the best version of me that I can. And it's all about inspiring the next generation. I hope that even if it's only one person that I can impact in that same way, that is looking up to me in the sense of like, man, he is inspiring me to chase my dream and help change the world and give back and change his community, you know, I'll be okay with it.